Hello, and we are live. Welcome to Boomer Live. This is our second live, and today we are here to discuss about India's victory over West Indies. India had a thumping win over West Indies, where they defeated West Indies by 44 runs. If we have to talk about the match summary, India lost the toss, but West Indies put India to bat. India only managed to score 237, all thanks to Surya Kumar Yadav's fighting 64 and KL Rahul's 49. And when it came to response, West Indies was bowled out by India. And there was one standout performer. It was Prasidh Krishna. What a spell of bowling. Abhishek, what did you make of him and what a spell of bowling? It was an Indian condition. Let's be honest. It just looked like he was bowling in South Africa, right? And the match was happening in Ahmedabad.
Yeah. It's such a it was such a joy to watch him bowl, like just do his thing. First match he had his ups and downs, misfields. Like
Yeah,
people are like he's still a work in progress, but you can clearly see that he's improving game by game. He's
yeah.
improving ball by ball,
Hmm.
and today's spell was just like unlike wow. It just blew me like because he just considered what 10 runs in
12
10 or
runs.
12
That's it.
runs
12
yeah,
runs.
and he took 4 wickets. That is unbelievable. And
Exactly.
his
Yeah.
line and length, and the how he applied himself with the pitch.
Hmm.
As
Yeah.
the pitch progressed, especially at India bowling in the second innings, how he
Yeah.
applied himself being a fast bowler was
Hmm.
tremendous. So commendable. It was such a joy to watch him bowl today.
Absolutely. We have to give credit to him, especially Rohit Sharma's captaincy. Let's talk about that point of view, right? Everybody's appreciating him. How did you make of him tactically? Because he made some really important changes. He rotated his bowlers well. Did you think that he was one of the standout performers as well in terms of captaincy?
Oh, definitely. Like he's so involved with the players. They're like, he's constantly in conversation with, the fielders that are close by to
Hmm.
to the pitch, and
Hmm.
he's always setting the field to the to benefit the bowler. And
Yeah.
he's very dynamic that way, and he's very
Hmm.
vocal as well. And we also saw the review that he took, the review that he took, that proved to be very beneficial. That also brought in Rishabh Pant to the limelight, because he was the
Yeah.
one who told Rohit Sharma to go ahead with the review,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
4 seconds left,
Yeah.
Rohit Sharma took the bait, and
Yeah.
he took the risk and he got the biscuit as well.
True.
And he's very calculative that way. And Rohit Sharma, for for a person who doesn't have that much experience being the
Hmm.
captain of an ODI team, and
Hmm.
an ODI team that is young and still in transition, looking for
Yeah.
players in the middle order,
Yeah.
he did very well today. Adjusting the
Absolutely.
field, talking to the players, continuously talking to the
Hmm.
players,
Hmm.
talking to the bowlers, adjusting the
Right.
field. Pretty good, very good.
True that. Let's talk about Indian batting, right? If you have to talk from a pundit's perspective, Indian batting did not look good at all. If you talk about the start, they were 43 for three. Top order were dismissed, and for the surprise, Rishabh Pant opened the batting. First, I want to know what do you make of that move, Rishabh Pant opening the batting, and secondly, is it a good sign, especially we are having these collapses in bilateral series, so that we can at least learn from this and avoid this in Champions trophies or World Cup semi-finals or knockouts? How do you make of the recovery from 43 for 3 to 237?
Well, you can clearly see it took everyone by surprise, even the commentators by surprise. They're clearly experimenting with the batting order right now, and what followed was the top order collapse, which is
Hmm.
which has been going on for a while. But the positive was the middle order that was also a questionable
Hmm.
thing in the past for Indian batting. They
Yeah,
stood up, they stood their
yeah,
ground. They had meaningful partnership.
absolutely.
They made sensible shots. The
Hmm.
batting between Surya Kumar Yadav, and the partnership between Surya Kumar Yadav and KL Rahul was very
Hmm. Hmm.
fruitful. And the 100 odd run partnership was what helped India even reach the 200 score, to go past 200.
Yeah,
And I mean, maybe if Rishabh Pant, he faced 34 balls today, out of which
yeah.
25 were dot balls.
And
And
that's
out of the
that's quite
nine balls,
unlike Rishabh Pant, isn't it?
very unlike Rishabh Pant, exactly. And out of the nine balls he faced, he scored 18 runs. So technically, his strike rate is still at 200.
Hmm.
technically speaking. So, I mean, if they are planning to promote him up the order, he might just be, the India's next Sehwag. He has what
Hmm.
it takes. He's that swashbuckling, go all out or nothing. He doesn't
Like what Australia
believe
did with
taking
Adam
singles.
Gilchrist, if you remember.
Sorry.
Like what Australia did with Adam Gilchrist years ago.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, just the first match, I feel it's too early to tell. But he
Hmm.
does have the strike rate. He can definitely build the innings, stay there and build the innings. For
Hmm.
he can stay for 40, 50 balls and
Hmm.
just knock it out of the park for all those balls, because he's
Hmm.
that type of a batsman, and he's been consistently been from being a lower middle order batsman, he's been pushed to an opener. So that is
Yeah.
a truly a good sign of thing for things for him to come. And clearly, and this third match, even though it's inconsequential, it is still a good place for for the Indian team to experiment with Rishabh Pant at the opening order.
Opening.
So I feel it can pay off. It can pay off
Yeah.
its dues, and it is a positive move, because
Yeah.
we all know KL Rahul, KL Rahul's record as a middle order batsman is much better than him
Yeah.
being
True. True.
opening the innings.
Hmm.
So
He's
that
got a
move also
brilliant
paid off.
49 today.
KL Rahul partnering with Surya Kumar Yadav. Even Surya Kumar Yadav is such a brilliant find in the
I'll take
middle
it
order.
another question there. If Shikhar Dhawan comes back, right? He has been the experienced pro for
Yeah.
India. He's done well over the years. And even today, in the post-match, Rohit Sharma did say that Shikhar Dhawan will be back for the next game. So what happens to your team dynamics? Are you going to drop Rishabh Pant and make KL Rahul keep? Or are you going to say, Deepak Huda, you've played for 2 games, but unfortunately you have to miss out because we are going to go with the standard 11. Surya Kumar bats at 6, KL at 5, Rishabh at 4, and you have your normal top three: Shikhar, Rohit, and Virat. Is that what you are going to see? Or, as you said, they might just give Rishabh another game, saying that, okay, go open the batting, show us what you can. If you can give us a start, that's going to really do well, and it's going to boost your confidence, and it'll be a possible opening combination in the future as well. Like as I mentioned about Adam Gilchrist. So, what do you make of
Yeah,
that?
I hope they give Rishabh Pant a chance, and maybe due to some reason, or doesn't even have to be a reason, that they just decide to sit out Shikhar Dhawan in the last
Yeah,
moment, and just Shikhar Dhawan sets himself out and gives Rishabh Pant the chance to open the innings.
yeah,
Maybe it puts Shikhar Dhawan's place in under scrutiny,
yeah,
but under doubt, under shadow of doubt. But it is also a window of opportunity for Rishabh Pant to prove himself, like, way up the order as an opening batsman.
yeah,
So but I also hope that they also still keep Deepak Chahar in the squad, because
yeah.
he's also performed. He
Hmm.
contributed pretty well. When India were losing that continuous wickets, he contributed
Yeah,
pretty well, like 20 odd runs towards the
yeah.
end of the innings, right? So, and he was pretty good with the ball as well.
Deepak Huda,
Economical, and
right?
he picked
Yeah.
up one wicket.
Hmm.
So he's a
Hmm.
pretty good. He's proven himself to be a useful all rounder. So I would say use both the players, and still make Shikhar Dhawan. He's already an established opener. So
Hmm.
make him sit out. Him being the senior, I feel he should understand.
He's also
For
coming
the
off
team's
COVID.
sake.
Probably he'll need that break, extra break. It'll only do good for him rather than rushing him
Yeah,
into
exactly.
another game. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think that's the way probably India will be thinking as well. Now let's talk about the future ahead. That's one of the agendas we have today as well. Now going into another white ball series, who do you reckon will be replacing these fast bowlers? We have seen how well Prasid has performed, Siraj has performed. So do you really see them continuing their place in the team? Or once Bumrah comes back, who's going to sit out? Because it's going to be a huge headache for Rohit Sharma and the team management now because both are performing really well. And my other question is, do you see Prasid Krishna as a red ball bowler? Because the reports what we are hearing is that Ishan Sharma is going to be dropped from the Sri Lankan series. And if you look at the height wise and the kind of bowling both people have, it's almost like for like, isn't it? Both are tall, and it could be a like for like replacement for Ishan Sharma, just inducting Prasid Krishna into the Test squad.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it would be a good move. Ishant Sharma is nearing the end of his career as well. He's a veteran who's old, and who's growing old, and doesn't he's not really consistent with what he was
Yeah,
performing, at least say 2 3 years ago.
yeah,
So I mean, it would make sense for him to make way for Prasid Krishna, because
hmm.
he, like you said, he's like a shadow of Ishant Sharma, both
Hmm.
bowling wise and even appearance wise. I feel like he's just the Ishant Sharma without the long hair. you know. So
Yeah,
it would make sense for him to make way for Prasidh Krishna, because also Prasidh Krishna, his intensity is also there, and
yeah,
he can bowl for the long haul, which is what is
mm,
required in Test cricket.
yeah,
He has that mentality, he has that focus, he has
mm,
that intensity.
absolutely, yeah,
And I think it would pay it would pay off if Prasidh Krishna may replaces
yeah,
Ishant Sharma in the long
absolutely,
run for the white ball format.
absolutely. Absolutely. Having said that, we'll come to the end of this show. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll be coming with more post-match reviews, previews, and also IPL auction is near, guys. So we'll have some interesting guests on the show as well. Thank you, Abhishek, for joining, and
Thanks,
hope
Abel.
you all enjoyed the match, and hope you are happy with India's victory. We all are, and I hope you'll have a very good night with this.
See you guys. See you.